how the mother of Thanksgiving lobbied Abraham Lincoln to proclaim the national holiday. Secretary of State William Seward wrote it, and Abraham Lincoln issued it, but much of the credit for the Thanksgiving proclamation should probably go to a woman named Sarah Josepha Hale. A prominent author and magazine editor, Hale is credited with writing Mary Had a Little Lamb, originally known as Mary's Lamb, but her professional resume goes well beyond the nursery rhyme. Hale helped found the American Ladies magazine, which she used a platform to promote women's issues. In 1837, she was offered the editorship of Godey's Lady Book, where she would remain for more than 40 years. She shepherded the magazine to a circulation of more than 150,000 by the eve of the Civil War, and turned it into one of the most influential periodicals in the country. In addition to her publishing work, Hale was a committed advocate for women's education, including the creation of Vassar College in Poughkeepsie, New York, and raised funds to construct Massachusetts's Bunker Hill Monument and save George Washington's Mount Vernon estate. The New Hampshire-born Hale had grown up regularly celebrating an annual Thanksgiving holiday. In 1827, she published a novel, Northwood, A Tale of New England, that included an entire chapter about the fall tradition, which was already popular in parts of the nation. While at Godey's, Hale often wrote editorials and articles about the holiday, and she lobbied state and federal officials to pass legislation creating a fixed National Day of Thanks on the last Thursday of November. She believed that such a unifying measure could help ease growing tensions and divisions between the northern and southern parts of the country. Her efforts paid off. By 1854, more than 30 states and U.S. territories had a Thanksgiving celebration on the books, but Hale's vision of a national holiday remained unfulfilled. The concept of a national Thanksgiving did not originate with Hale, and in fact the idea had been around since the earliest days of the Republic. During the American Revolution, the Continental Congress issued proclamations declaring several days of thanks in honor of military victories. In 1789, a newly inaugurated George Washington called for a National Day of Thanks to celebrate both the end of the Revolutionary War and the recent ratification of the U.S. Constitution. Both John Adams and James Madison issued similar proclamations of their own, though fellow founding father Thomas Jefferson felt the religious connotations surrounding the event were out of place in a nation founded on the separation of church and state. No formal declarations of observances were issued after 1815.